This is second video lecture on the prose Ratan Tata. Some of the difficult words, phrases, some of the sentences, part of the sentences we are going to discuss in this video lecture. Tata Steel was the flagship company of the Tatas. This is one of the sentence we come across at the beginning of the prose Ratan Tata. Flagship means here the word flagship is used as a figurative word. The figurative meaning of the word flagship is leading, leader. So Tata Steel was the leader in the production of steel. The flagship company, Tata Steel was a flagship company, means Tata Steel was the main company, was the leader company producing steel. Then Tata initially worked in the Jamshedpur factory, shoveling limestone and handling the blast furnace. So what is blast furnace? You see in the picture. See in the picture, a man is there working and he is shoveling limestone and other material into the blast furnace. So Ratan Tata worked like this. Shoveling means taking the material in the shovel and pushing it into the blast furnace. So the blast furnace looks like externally outside, from the outside, and from the inside, as you find, the worker is pushing the limestone into the blast furnace. Then we come across this phrase corporate values. What is corporate values? Corporate values in essence is your company's values and your company's beliefs, your company's philosophies and principles that drive your business. They impact the employees' experience you deliver as well as relationship you develop with your customers, partners and shareholders. What are the corporate values? Here certain values are given: trust, integrity, boldness, honesty and accountability, commitment to customers, passion, fun, humility, continuous learning, ownership, constant improvement, leadership, diversity, innovation, quality, teamwork, simplicity. These are some of the corporate values. In 1982, his mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer. What is meant by terminal cancer? What is meant by the word terminal? Terminal, this word has different meanings, consult dictionary. But here, terminal, the word is related to disease. It means such disease which is gradually leading to death. Ratan had plenty of time to think and examine avenues for Tata Group to branch into. Avenues means a method or way of doing something. So Ratan Tata thought over different avenues for the business. And branch into means dividing into two or more parts. So the Tata Group of Industries, after the acquisition, Ratan Tata divided the industry into different branches. That is what here it means. Facing stiff competition. Stiff means very severe. So then we come across this phrase consumer revolution. The consumer revolution refers to the period from approximately 1600 to 1750 in England, in which there was a marked increase in the consumption and variety of luxury goods and products by individuals from different economic and social backgrounds. So consumer revolution that took place in 1600 to 1750. But in modern times, nowadays, there is again consumer revolution took place and IT sector entered in every business. That is what consumer revolution means. Then diversified group of companies. What is meant by diversified group of companies? A diversified company owns or operates in several unrelated business segments. Companies may be diversified by entering into new business on its own, by merging with another company, or by acquiring a company operating in another field or service or sector. That we have seen in the first video lecture, that Ratan Tata has tried to diversify his company Tata Group of Industries by merging, by acquiring other companies, and also by starting new areas of business. In this way, he has diversified Tata Group of Industries. Generic business. This is another word, combination of words we come across. Generic, you might have heard this word generic. It is related to medicine. Generic medicines are available here. Sometimes we come across such instructions, such information near medical shop. So generic in business refers to products that companies market without a trademark, brand name, or other distinguishing features. In a non-business context, the term means characteristic of or relating to a whole class or group. So generic business, Tata Group of Industries was generic business, and then Ratan Tata, with diversifying the business, he made it particular Tata products. He brought into the market particular Tata products. Then people came to know that this product is of Tata Group of Industries. So he moved from generic business to contemporary business. That we come across such a sentence in the prose. Then this move created wave is another combination of words. We may call it a phrase or a combination. We should know it. Move means action. Here move stands for action. Then create wave means to shock or upset people with something new or different. So by diversification, by acquiring other companies, Ratan Tata created wave in the world of business. Another example is given here. When I started the job, a friend told me not to make wave because the managers didn't like people to disagree with them. Then another combination we come to know, unwaveringly true to his vision. Waver means what? As a verb, waver means to lose strength, determination, or purpose temporarily. For example, I am afraid my concentration began to waver as lunch approaches. He has never wavered his support for the leader. So wavering as an adjective means doubt in the mind or ambivalence attitude. Ambivalence attitude stands for, to be or not to be position. Whether this is right or that is right. If there is some confusion, there is some doubt, then we can use this adjective wavering. Then unwaveringly, this is opposite of wavering. So unwaveringly means without doubt or with confidence. Hope that you understood. Then stewardship as a noun. This noun stewardship is derived from steward. So steward is a person whose job is to organize a particular event or to provide services to particular people or to take care of a particular place. In other words, steward means a leader, a manager, an administrator. Then we come across this word revenue. Revenue is income that the government gets from the collection of revenue, or income that a company receives by selling its products. Then interim chairman. Interim as an adjective means temporary and intended to be used or accepted until something permanent exists. For example, an interim solution. Interim means temporary. Then we come across chairman emeritus. Emeritus is as adjective. When we use it, it is used with a professional title to indicate that the person bearing it has retired but keeps the title as an honor. For example, there are many professors work in very famous universities. These professors are entitled as emeritus professors because they got retired from their jobs, no doubt, but they continue having the work, the title of professor. So these people are called emeritus professors. Why these people are very important? Because they have lots of experience, and their experience proves every time very beneficial for the young people. Then multinational corporations. Corporation means a large company or a group of companies, and a multinational corporation, MNC, is usually a large corporation incorporated in one country which produces or sells goods or services in various countries. In that way, Tata Group of Industries is a multinational corporation. The two main characteristics of MNCs are their large size and the fact that their worldwide activities are centrally controlled by the parent company. This is multinational corporations. Ostentation. Ostentation and ostentatious is adjective, ostentation is noun. It means too obviously showing your money, possessions, or power in an attempt to make other people notice and admire you. Means ostentation means showing, making people to know that you possess certain things. That is ostentation. For example, they criticize the ostentatious lifestyle of their leaders. So we find in our country most of the leaders are ostentatious of their wealth. We come to know that they are very rich by the way they construct their houses, the buildings, the cars they possess, and the way they behave in the society. From that, we come to know that they are very rich. Level playing field is another phrase we come across, in the last quote, where Ratan Tata speaks about the philosophy of his life. Then, level playing field means a situation in which everyone has a fair and equal chance of succeeding. They are still not providing, for example, they are still not providing a level playing field in terms of opportunities for women. So everyone should get a chance to play in the field, in every field. So in commerce particularly, a level playing field is a concept about fairness. Not that each player has an equal chance to succeed, but that they all play by the same set of rules. In a game played on playing field such as rugby, one team would have an unfair advantage if the field has a slope. So therefore, level playing field, this phrase means everybody should have equal opportunity to show his talent. So this is not only applicable in the business, this is also applicable in a democratic society. So these are the certain combinations of words, phrases, idioms, figurative use made by the writer in the prose Ratan Tata. Thank you for listening.